Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Black Coffee Gardener. I'm all smiles this morning. Um, I've had my coffee. I actually did something different this morning and went to Chick-fil-A and got a biscuit sandwich for breakfast. Um, I make all my biscuit dough, sidebar. I make all my biscuit dough ahead of time when I do make biscuits, and then I put all the extras in the freezer. So all I have to do is bake them off. But it was just feeling so good in the house after all that heat that we had yesterday. I didn't want to turn the oven on, so I said, let me just go to Chick-fil-A, and so that's what I did. I came back from there. I got the front garden all cleaned up. So I'm excited to show you guys what's going on. Or I guess as we gardeners say, what's growing on out there. And there's a lot going on back here, which I'm excited to show you all. I didn't take a full tour back here this morning, so we might be finding some things together. I'm not sure. I know that when me and Jackie were sitting out here earlier eating our breakfast, um, she found some peppers that I didn't even know were there. So I'm going to take you guys over to have a look at those and a few other things that I have going on, which as usual, I will talk you through it as I'm walking through. So let's get this garden tour started. So the first thing I saw when I got up was this pot of mint. All of the mint is doing well. And as you guys know, I have like 7 varieties of mint. I'm not even going to get into them today. The apple mint is over there. They're all doing fine. But look at this. Remember the stump that I had planted down here? I said I got it from my neighbors. It was in a pot, so I put it in here, over here in the flower bed. Um, I hope this wind isn't messing with the sound. But anyhow, we put it over here to see what would happen. Guys, first of all, Jackie's 5'7", and this thing is taller than her. Would you look at this? Oh my goodness. It's just so beautiful. So beautiful. So, although something came along and ate all the sunflower, and of course now a neighbor wants to mow the lawn. So I'll finish this part and then I'll probably have to do a voiceover for the rest of the video. But this is the one sunflower that came up. Remember, I had planted a whole row of them here because I just wanted them to stand up and give me just a row of coverage right here. A row of sunflowers. This was the only one that germinated. I mean, a few of them did germinate, but something came along and ate them. So I still got that ray of yellow beauty that I wanted. So excited. So between the wind and my neighbor mowing his lawn, it just makes more sense for me to do voiceover. So here is the smallest of those elephant ear bulbs that I planted. They're coming along just fine. The kale is doing well. This spinach bolted, which is fine with me. I'm just gonna allow it to flower, and then I'm gonna collect the seeds. And I may grow some spinach in the fall garden. If not, they'll be planted next spring. All right, there's a succulent that I just threw down there. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but this here is the banana pepper plant, and those are weeds. But anyways, um, hopefully I get this thing to focus at some point so that I can show you. I think there's 2 or 3 peppers down in there. There's one of them. And then there's 2 more down there. Yeah, the focus isn't the greatest, but you guys get the idea. This Pennsylvania Dutch thyme is growing into a lovely bush here. I don't have anything to do with a ton of thyme right now. I did make some lemon thyme infused salt, but we'll talk about that at a later date. And here's that Jimmy Nardello that Jackie saw earlier. I hadn't even noticed. And the same with the other plant. There's a few more peppers. And I got to focus on this one. So there's a few peppers down there, as you can see. And I'm definitely super excited about that. I'm going to trim this basil down today. There's a few different basil plants that I have that need a haircut, so I'm going to get to that at some point in time. This is the pot where I removed that sugar baby watermelon from and moved it up to the front. And these watermelons here, I have to figure out something to do with them. They're just not getting enough sun back here. The elephant ears are coming along great. They look so beautiful. And that's my new little friend back there. I haven't named them yet, but this Mr. Rabbit. Here's the other elephant ears that I thought I had planted the bulb upside down, but I did not. And here are these lovely zinnias that I stuck in here because I really didn't have anywhere else to put them. And they're already putting off more shoots, so I'm going to go ahead and assume that they're happy back here. Now, I don't know what's going on here, but both of these squash plants, together they've had at least a dozen squash blossoms on them so far, but they're all male. There's no female whatsoever, so I don't know. So we wait. All right, and the front garden, which I've finally gotten cleaned up. This kale was being eaten by something, so I'm going to hit them up with a little neem oil tonight. But this is where I put those two watermelon plants that were in that bucket in the back. So they'll have a lot of space to trellis along these paths here. And as with the same theme that I not tried to do but did in the back, wanting to incorporate more color into the garden, I planted cosmos and zinnias out here as well. So this is my front garden. These peppers here, I don't know what's going on. I think it has sunburn. I don't know, but they're taking their sweet time growing along. This one here I know got attacked by I don't even know what, but they're both taking they're not growing along very well, but we're going to be patient. Over here on the other side, I have more elephant ears. The elephant ears didn't do so bad in pots last year, so I'm cool with giving it a grow again. And then some other flowers over here on the other side, and once again just trying to play my hand at planting more flowers in the garden. The lawn mowing has pushed a little bit to the background, so let me see if I can get this record my voice in real time. But anyhow, I picked a handful of green beans off of here yesterday. I see a few more coming along, but in the midst of these green beans growing, I forgot I have a whole pepper plant right here. So I'm getting ready to put a cage around that and this one over here. Let me get back over here so that I can kind of keep this off to itself. This pineapple sage is going crazy, which I'm so excited about. This stuff just, oh, it smells so amazing. So amazing. And then the regular sage right there. But anyhow, I'm going to put a cage around both of these. Now, one of these is Scotch bonnet peppers and one is, you know what, guys, we're gonna have to wait until they grow up and see, because I honestly don't remember. I don't remember. There's a Scotch bonnet and there's a something else. I swear I saw a bird panting yesterday. I'm pretty sure that bird was panting. It was 98 degrees here and I felt so bad. I was like, I really should put up a bird bath. So I went on Pinterest and looked up DIY bird bath, and I got some ideas based on what I saw on Pinterest. So let me show you guys what I semi-set up. It's not fully set up, but by the next time we have, some real heat, they'll have something. Let me just show you. All right, so initially I put this tomato cage in the ground, and this bigger bowl, this black bowl, fit in between here, but it wouldn't fit on the top, and I didn't have any cutters. This is one of those thicker tomato cages, and I didn't have any cutters that would cut that, so it was kind of off. I didn't know if they would want to fly between, I don't know, it was just off. So then I found this stand, which I think we got it from Five Below. A tabletop is supposed to go on it, but I don't know where the tabletop to it is. So I wound up putting the lid on there. I had the rocks in the center for them to perch on, and I filled it with water, but I remembered why I didn't do a bird bath last year, and it was because of mosquitoes. I didn't want mosquitoes back here, having a good old time. So what I did do was order a solar powered fountain off of online. I ordered it online. I'm gonna get that set up. It should be here tomorrow, which means I'll probably, whenever I get that actually set up, I'm gonna do a video on how I'm gonna set that up and what this is actually gonna look like. I don't know if I'm gonna put a feeder out here yet, but I at the very least want to get a bird bath set up. I think that'd be pretty cool to have back here. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that for now. Like I said, I'll do another video and show you guys. I'll show you guys that when the fountain comes in, which I only spent $13 on the fountain, so I'm okay with it. here that some of these corn plants have side shoots. Let me get down in here so I can show you. See, this one here has a side shoot here and a side shoot over there on the other side. They don't hurt the plants, but they do pull energy from the main stalk that's growing. What they will do is they'll produce corn. They'll just be a lot smaller. But the thing about it is, I don't want a smaller corn. I want all of the energy to go into the main plant, and I want the main plant to give me exactly what it wants to give me. So I'm actually gonna cut those off. There's a few of them. There's one over here. There's, yeah, a few of these stalks in here are sending off side shoots. So I'm gonna let a couple of them go. And yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a baby cucumber. I almost forgot to show you my tomato babies and how they're growing along. Remember the situation that I had to put a band-aid on? Well, they're doing quite well. If I can get in here. Where is the camp? Where am I? All right, here we go. These are the midnight snacks. And I'm happy because all of these are growing along that main stem that I talked about in a previous video. And then these are the ones that are growing on that side shoot here and here, that once these are mature, I'm gonna cut off this side stem and just allow the tomatoes to grow up a main stem. But over here are the Heat Master, and these are doing quite well. I gave these some milk last week because I always have issues with larger size tomatoes in containers. Whew, every time I come over here, the allergies. But anyhow, in pots, not having enough calcium. So whenever I have milk left over from a recipe, I just dilute it with a little bit of water and water the plants. And these seem to be doing quite well. I'm excited about these. One last thing, these watermelons need to be moved. I don't know if I talked about them earlier, but the reason that I put the other watermelon up front was because it had grew along much quicker. I did talk about this. But anyways, I'm gonna find a sunny spot out here to put these. Because although it gets some sun, it doesn't get 8 hours of sun, and they need more sun. The best solution I could think of is this fence. I put the watermelon here. It gets full sun here all day. And as the leaves grow, I can trellis them up this fence. And along the fence, spit it out if I want. Whew, I'm still a little winded for moving this thing. But anyways, and then the fruit, what I can do is strap that up hammock style and just tie it like around here and let it dangle. And what I would use is, I'm not sure yet, but I have tons of old fabric in the house, so I'm sure I could find something breathable. If not, do they still sell stockings? My goodness. But anyways, I can deal with that later. Oh, I have some mesh. A matter of fact, I have some mosquito netting. I could use that as a hammock. But anyways, this is my best solution. So yeah, because there's just not enough trellising or not even trellising, but space for the watermelon to run back here. I've already put 2 watermelons up front, so I know they won't be able to go up there. I had a watermelon in this bed last year, and it was just so contained because I still had other vegetables and things planted in here. And I mean, that thing wanted space to just run, and I didn't have it. So I'm thinking that the leaves can just run along this fence all they want to. That'll even be quite attractive. And then, like I said, I'll just hammock the fruit. So I don't know. I'll just keep documenting it, and we'll see what happens. I mean, that's what the garden is about. Exploring, experimenting, you know. They're like our children. They don't come with instructions. Like this plant, for instance. Who knew it was gonna grow to be 6 feet tall? The magical garden. Do y'all remember these plants that I said had popped up in the garden? There were 3 of them. I had no idea what they were, and then the stems started coming in. I was like, oh, it's kohlrabi. Yeah, they don't have any type of bulb on them whatsoever. I pulled the other 2 out. I took them in the house, washed them up because the tops were still good. So I'm gonna cook them like greens, but I don't need this thing down here doing absolutely nothing. Yeah, see? So was that in fact kohlrabi? Whatever it is, these are greens, and they're edible. So whichever plant this is, I mean, maybe it's a kohlrabi that didn't bulb for whatever reason. I don't know, but I'm eating the tops. I just want to talk real quick about my lettuce plants. This bib lettuce here, I've just harvested lettuce off of that one, and the other one that is over here. And then back over here, my actual lettuce bed, which I transfer into a herb bed over time as it starts to get later in the season, and I know that the lettuce is gonna bolt because it'll get too hot. I start slowly integrating herbs into the bed. But anyways, I don't harvest these lettuce heads all at one time because I would rather just pick what I need and allow the plant to continue to grow. Now, yeah, they look really scrawny right now, but look at this lettuce, for instance. I've been harvesting leaves for weeks now, a little over a month now, and I still have probably another couple of weeks, depending on how this temperature does, that I can still come out here and just pick what I need from all the random spaces that I have lettuce hidden around the garden. And then look what happens. I get a whole basket full of lettuce, and it's enough for me and Babe to have a salad for dinner. I do have a little bit of basil in here, but I've got red leaf lettuce, I've got raspberry leaf, I've got bib lettuce. Like, there's just different varieties of lettuce in here, and that way I can just, like I said, continue to keep harvesting and have lettuce throughout the season as opposed to just one time. All right, guys, that's it for today. I just want to show you one last thing I did off camera is I added this tomato cage over here to give more support to this cucumber plant over here. I had a makeshift situation going on behind, as you can see, but adding the cage here will just give these leaves that are going to grow in the middle someplace else for their tentacles to attach onto, and just give the plant more support. So I don't think I talked about these carrots today, but I'm not going to start now because it's taking everything in me to not at least pull one up and see what's going on, but I know they're not ready. Anywho, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you once again for watching. take a little time to love on yourselves. And I will see you all in the next video.